That's good.
Oh, I had a segue, but it's gone. Hey, fuck it.
That's fine.
The Yakuza team. You know them?
No.
They're about to make you...
You know them well.
They're bitch because they're making a billion fucking games right now.
Many, many big games for big men.
All of which
ladies.
are super cool, good ideas.
These are good ideas.
So, we have Fist of the North Star, which is currently just called Fist of the North Star.
Oh, okay. Go through the list.
We
first.
got Yakuza Kiwami 2, which is
Remake
Yakuza
Extreme 2. It's another
we have
remake.
Yakuza Online, which is a PC and mobile free-to-play game. And then there are hints of what they're just calling the next Yakuza game, and I think it's like I titled it in the fucking notes Shin Yakuza because that's a fucking thing I saw. They're making a shitload of games.
That's better.
And
be
guess
the name
what?
of it.
They're honest about like these games are far away. One of these will come out a year, and yeah, we announced 3 or 4. So fuck
But that's
it.
how we roll. So I looked at the video of Fist of the North Star, and I was like looking at it, and I didn't get much context for it. Someone just threw the movie at me on Twitter, and I look at it, I'm like, oh, it's like a re-release of like I guess the Koei Tecmo. No, wait, that looks
Colorful.
What? Why is he at a bar? And then it says like. And then the logo,
the circle appears,
and I'm like, that looks a lot like the Yakuza. And I click again to like, where's this coming?
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
it's called
shit.
Hokuto ga Gotoku. Gotoku.
Hotoko.
Which is very similar to Ryuga Gotoku, I think, which is like a dragon.
Yeah.
So this is Fist of the Dragon or some
that's
shit.
fine.
I think.
No, whatever.
Ryu is the dragon in that. So this would be
Ryu means a lot of things.
like
but
a
it means dragon.
Hokuto.
What does Hokuto mean?
North Star. So it's like a North Star.
That's fine.
They should get.
It's getting less fine as we talk about it.
They should get whatever, man. Like
it's whatever. Who cares? It looks awesome, and it's exactly what like everyone in the world wanted.
So I don't know if you've seen any of the Yakuza 6 stuff, like with that new engine.
No.
It's very impressive.
Good.
And I think like, man, all you gotta do is have like it'll be more wide open, but like that formula, like that exact formula works perfectly for Fist of the North Star.
It does.
You go to missions, there's your side quest locations. It's got a good punchy kicky combat system.
And here's the thing though, is that what I want is like the Yakuza writing slide missions in the fucking Fist of the North Star
It's
world.
a perfect fit.
Because it's goofy. Like
Fist of the North Star alternates between
extreme seriousness and violence.
And ultra violence.
Yeah.
And like absurd, goofy bullshit, like finding Kenshiro in a haystack.
Or like Ken.
Yeah, that's in there. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
That's part of Hokuto no Ken.
You know, Kenshiro is constantly hungry, and when he looks at people, they turn into food.
Yeah.
You know?
But like,
considering
those are like, and it's like, this is one of those things I never would have even thought of it, right? You know, Platinum making a fucking Metal Gear game, you know? But it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect.
In tone, it's ideal.
And the combat system.
In gameplay, it's like, man, we played those fucking Fist of the North Star Warriors games,
and they got some dumb bullshit in them, but they're bad at the end
only
of the day.
The only thing that I like about either of them is the line "corpulent enemies require combo."
I like driving the motorcycle.
Yeah,
but like that's the thing is that the writing in that is all terrible. Like most writing in
Fist of the
Warriors
North Star.
games
It's tough to
whatever.
make good writing around.
It's not entertaining.
Yeah,
it's not entertaining writing at all. It's like, oh, there you are.
Fucking Ken,
over and over
Ken
again.
and Kiryu are like
the same guy.
They're very similar. They're both like hyper Japanese ideas of like a man.
Look the same almost.
I'm very excited, and I was talking to people about this, and it was pointed out to me that Jaggy could very easily have his Jaggy Anywhere system. Yes. Like, ideas that we saw before can very easily be transplanted.
I like the Rouse Horse Everywhere system.
The Rouse Horse Everywhere? Just his horse? No Row? No?
Dead.
Would Row be Mr. Shakedown?
Row. Or the horse.
The horse would be the Mr.
Horsey
Shakedown.
It says Fist of the North Star takes place in Eden, a once flourishing entertainment district. It's like Kamurocho.
That's now the only place with a water source.
So, of course, everyone's there. Of course, there's bars with electricity.
So, it is super going to just you know, I should play this trailer.
Yeah, just
so people can see that shit. How do I? Is that good? So
it's good. It's good enough for now.
But it just looks great. Now I'm taking a better look at it now. You're clearly in a city area. Like they are very, very clearly taking a Kamurocho style location and saying that, like, you're not going to be roaming the wastes a lot here. It doesn't seem like it. Anyway.
I'm sure there might be a thing, but yeah, primarily you be in a city.
And you see Rei, and you see Shin, and like I can map those fucking characters to Fist of the North Star archetypes.
That's just the Grand.
So yeah, the weirdest part is where you see him in a bar. And it is just the Grand from Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of weird god hand shit happens.
Yeah.
Also looks really good, I think. Like, one of the bigger problems I had with the Tecmo Koei games is that they had a really shitty use of color.
They also ran poorly.
Yeah. And you know the Yakuza series' way of like having giant flaming energy coming off people?
Yeah, that reminds me of something. Yeah, it reminds me of Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, it sure does, doesn't it? It sure fucking does. This is going to be awesome.
It's going to be very, very awesome.
Also, they got Yakuza Kiwami 2 coming out, which I am thrilled for. A lot more thrilled for than I am for Yakuza Kiwami 1, which is coming out tomorrow or today if you're listening to the podcast in audio form. Because this trailer is terrible, by the way. Like, it is literally just Ryuji and him talking. Because Yakuza 2 is still the best Yakuza game. It has the best story and has it added the most, like, to the formula. But it's an old ass PS2 game now.
I think when we were doing 0, we were even talking about, like, if they remade it. I'm like, yeah, like I started playing 2, but then like that was a heavy year for gaming, and I was like, I just got sidetracked, never got to play it again. And you were like, oh, that's a shame. It has the best story, and I was like, really?
Yes. A lot of it has to do with dealing with the Jingwon Korean mafia,
right,
who are bad fucking dudes. The reason why 2 is so exciting to me, for a lot of reasons, is not just because of its quality, is that 2 fucking bombed, man.
Yeah,
2 like got sent out to fucking die. I think they sent out like 50,000 copies.
Yeah,
total.
I couldn't find one for the longest time.
And then Sega was like, "Well, it doesn't sell." It's how the fuck is it supposed to sell? So the weirdest part about this Yakuza 2 Kiwami trailer is shots of Makoto from Yakuza 0,
right?
Who is not in Yakuza 2
so she
at
must
all.
Be added for fun.
So maybe it's also weird seeing a bunch of the Yakuza 2 characters being replaced with actors. Because they weren't in the original.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but now that's their thing.
And now hey, we need an old Japanese man.
And we have many of those.
His face needs to fucking be on this shit.
Check our old Japanese men Rolodex. You can get any of them. There's Date.
The Yakuza series gives me this feeling that Japanese acting is just dominated by 18-year-olds and 89-year-olds.
I think that's pretty apt.
So in the trailer, they go to the point of showing Kiryu getting attacked by those fucking tigers.
Yeah.
Because they know that's the best. That's the best moment that's ever been.
Finally, dragon versus tiger.
Just like in the Yakuza 1 Kiwami trailer, they showed off Kiryu just backhanding the shit out of Haruka, because that's one of the most defining moments of that series.
Oh, that's great.
Slapping that little kid in the fucking face.
I thought it was like knocking that door open and then that guy goes flying.
Oh, that's like the first thing that happens in the game. It's so fucking
I like that comparison video of those shots.
Oh, they're so identical?
Yeah, the other one, the new PS4 one doesn't look any better, really.
So on top of that, I have almost nothing on that goddamn Yakuza Online other than it is a mobile and free-to-play game with microtransactions. There is also the new protagonist of the Yakuza series, who is named Ichiban.
So there's Ichiban. Now, here's the thing with Ichiban is that I do not think the coolness of his illustration matches
his
the
actual character
of the CG thing at all.
So he's supposed to have like wild, crazy hair, and it's like it's kind of flowing in a weird way. It's supposed to be demon-like.
He looks like a crazy man.
His name is literally I'm Number One, which I actually like.
That is pretty
because it's so lame. It's so stupid.
Yeah,
like Kyoryu's literally like the dragon. So fuck it. This guy's number one.
Yeah.
And he just it's not quite an afro, I guess.
It's like a pulled out frizzy afro.
Yeah, it's afro-ish. Or it's an afro, but it's just the quality of his hair isn't what I expected.
And like his face doesn't convey meanness that much. It just kind of conveys like he's grimacing.
His afro is messier than I would have liked. Like it's not preened and primmed and proper. But more than that, I do like what they went with him. He is an inverted Kiryu.
Right, yeah.
So
totally.
his color scheme is the exact opposite of Kiryu's. He's got the same purple as the outsuit, and his undershirt is the gray. And he is messy where Kiryu is proper. He's very tan compared to Kiryu. Mm-hmm. And in the cutscene that they showed off where he shows up, Kiryu is nearly wordless like he always is, and this guy is just blabbing and blabbing and blabbing.
It'd be nice to I mean, we got blabbing characters in like Yakuza 4 anyone where you switch characters, but because 6 is supposed to be the end of Kiryu's story. Yeah,
6 is super the end of Kiryu's story. Apparently, he's a dad now or some shit. There's a baby. He takes care of a baby.
Okay, so you have that, but you have that other piece of news with that survey.
So I don't have the survey right now.
Wait, go down. Go down. Is it right there?
What's the
reviews on the game? Okay, never mind. Survey. I just saw the word survey pop up, so I thought that was it.
So I didn't think to actually find or put a link in it, and I'm an idiot. But if you are on the internet, which you
most
probably
of you are,
you can go find a Yakuza survey based on these games. Asking you,
all of these games currently have no release date for America.
English-speaking listener, which ones of these games would you like to play? And you should say all of them.
You should say all of them. If I could only pick one, though, it would be Fist of the North Star because we're getting good Yakuza games.
Even I would say that. Because Fist of the North Star needs a chance, dude.
Yeah, it does. People
need to give a fuck about that game. Or that series, which
when it's not in the narrow tunnel vision of a warrior.
It's weird because I'll shit all over Tecmo Koei for what they did to Hokuto no Ken, but they fucking did.
Don't forget Berserk.
Don't forget Berserk. Shitty, very shitty. But they did Attack on Titan just fine,
and they did it great. Yeah,
they did it just good. So
good Hyrule Warriors.
All right, so I do that, and then I'm doing the podcast, guys. I'm doing it.
Okay, but go to the survey and
seriously, go to the survey. And,
it's easy to find.
And do a fucking thing so that we can get all of the video games. That's what we want.
All of the manly video games.